Going on, guys? I hope you guys are doing well. Today I'm going to be going over pretty much one of the most important things when it comes to investing into real estate, and that's how to save up money to buy a property, because you necessarily can't buy a property without any money. Unfortunately, that's not really how it goes. So I'm just gonna be giving some tips on how I saved up almost $40,000 at 19 in 1 year. And so I'm just gonna give you some general tips on how to save up money. And so first of all, I'm gonna start off with, I think one of the most important things is knowing why do you want to save up money. And so you can't think too simple-minded on it. You can't be like, well, I want to save up money because I want to buy a rental property. It's like, well, why do you want to buy a rental property? What are your goals and what are you planning on achieving from buying this rental property? And that's gonna make it so much easier to focus constantly on saving up, because once you get to a point where you have like 30K saved up and there's like a $20,000 car that you like, it's like, well, I could pay for that entire car in cash and still have 10K. Or you could focus on the bigger picture, buy that rental property, which then allows you to buy that car, And so just staying really focused on your goal, on why you want to save up money, it's going to make it a lot easier. So just stay focused. And so my second tip, which is what helped me out too, is start tracking all of your expenses. Every little cent that you spend out, there's a bunch of neat apps for this. You can just simply look it up, and there's dozens of them that are good. But just tracking your expenses and figuring out where is all of your money going. And from that point, when you kind of track your expenses for like 2 or 3 months, you kind of get to see what all of your money is going to. And it also kind of mentally helps you. It's like, okay, I'm about to go spend $10 on some food. It's like, but is that worth putting on my calculator here? And it's just like a little bit of a mindset thing, I personally think, and that it also just kind of figures out where your expenses are going. And from that point, you're going to figure out how can you lower your expenses, because you can only increase your income so much, and just lowering your expenses will simply obviously help you save more money. And that goes to my kind of next point here is figure out how to increase your income. And that might not be possible like at your job. And so you simply have to, it sounds kind of obvious, but figure out a side hustle. There's it's insane how many opportunities there are in this current time, whether that be like e-commerce or flipping couches or figuring out a little bit of stocks, or there's literally a whole gamma of things, like hundreds if not thousands of things that you can do, like literally thousands. And some of them are pretty fun too. You can have fun doing it, and it's just gonna help you compound that savings. If you're figuring out how to lower your expenses and increase your income, you obviously increase your savings rate. And kind of my last point here is patience. It takes time to save up money, and that's why it's also important to stay focused on the main goal, because it took me a whole year of literally pinching my pennies. I got a shout out to my girlfriend. She helped me out a lot too, help covering some things. And it just takes patience. It takes months, or some people it takes even years to save up for that first one. But once you get that first one, it's just gonna get easier to get that second one, and then that third one, and then before you know it, all of your properties are just paying for each other, and you necessarily don't need to even save for them anymore, just because each year your income's gonna increase more and more. As long as you don't increase your expenses too much, you'll be just fine. But getting that ball started is the hardest part of it. And so just staying focused on those goals. And I hope this helped out. It's kind of obvious stuff, but you'd be surprised how helpful this stuff really is, guys. And that's how I was able to save up almost 40K for my first rental property. So I hope this helped some people. And as always, reach out to me or leave a comment if you have any sort of questions. I'm always happy to help. and I'll see you guys in the next video. Adios.